Should I get a plate facing her? Or
Thank
selfie?
you so much
Crazy.
for
Yeah.
helping me with my presentation for my class today. I appreciate you all very much. There was no note, no text, no phone call, no signs. We're left with no clues to help us comprehend. 3 months ago, a dear cousin of mine, Jeremy, shot himself in the head, resulting in his instant death. I grieve, I speculate, and my family's just trying to piece our lives together. So I take a stance against the silence that is literally killing us, and going forward vow to do whatever I can to help others. A UC Davis study published in their website in 2014 that half of all mental illness starts by age 14 and 3/4 before the age of 24. But on average, it goes between 6 to 23 years before people with mood or anxiety disorders finally seek professional help or counseling. The very day after my cousin's suicide this past April, the New York Times published an article discussing the 30-year rise in suicides that the United States is seeing. From 1999 compared to 2014, there was an increase of nearly 13,000 more suicides within that 1 year. The website The Verge also cited that same CDC data, and that said that it's nearly 25% more people die from suicide each year now compared to 30 years ago. There is a stigma against seeking mental health help in our culture, and I want to encourage you today to allow vulnerability in for reaching out for any help you need, and also be mindful to stop perpetuating the stigma for others to get the help they need too. There are many misunderstandings we have about what it means to seek mental and emotional help. Mental illness and mental health do not have the same definition. In a Psychology Today article published in 2012, the CDC specifies mental illness is characterized by alterations in thinking, mood, behavior associated with great distress and great impairment in functioning. While mental health, it's a state of well-being where one realizes their own abilities and can cope with the daily stresses of life. Simply because one is needing help to boost their state of mental health and well-being, that does not always mean that they have a diagnosis or a label of ongoing mental illness. Just as our physical health varies, there's times that we'll go to a doctor for an infection. It is normal that there's times that we need to seek wise counsel or for our general life stressors. Everyone needs to be concerned about their own mental health. Life cycles through depression, grief, joy, ambition, for everyone. No one is exempt, but there is no shame. Rather, embracing this is one of the most courageous choices that you can make. In Dr. Brené Brown's 2015 book, Rising Strong, she says, the opposite of recognizing that we're feeling something is denying our emotions. When we deny our stories and disengage from tough emotions, they don't go away. Instead, they own us, they define us. Our job is not to deny the story, but to defy the ending, to rise strong, recognize our story, and rumble with the truth until we get to a place where we think, yes, this is what happened, this is my truth, and I will choose how this story ends. We all need other people. We are not meant to be isolated physically or psychologically. No matter our outward personality, we all need and crave connection. Finding a wise person that you feel safe being totally honest about your struggles can go a long way to help pull you out of isolation. We all have dreams and goals for life, and I believe Solomon got it right when he said, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Proverbs 15:22 NIV. I personally lived far too long buying into the fear and stigma of seeking help for myself. But embarking on this journey of hope for my future has meant everything for me. In review, the misunderstanding and stigma of what mental health means scares people away from seeking help for far too long. We all go through seasons of hard times in our life where we struggle keeping ourselves mentally healthy. We need each other in order to succeed and find mental health and well-being. A wise, dear friend of mine told me that the best possible way I have to honor my cousin Jeremy is to do for myself what he was unable to do for himself. Admitting we need help is vulnerable, but it is worth it to defy the destructive stigma. I encourage you to reach out to people that you trust and professional counselors, and then encourage others to do the same, because that is true bravery.